In the studio right now, I'm joined by Dina Storch from Lakewood. She came to the studio today to talk to me about her daughter, Yehudis, but you guys call her Yehudis.
Correct.
How old is Yehudis?
Yehudis is 17.
17 years old. Just so people understand what we're talking about, what kind of cancer does she have?
Yehudis has colon cancer, which is an adult cancer, so it's quite rare in children. And she's being treated at the New Brunswick Children's Hospital with the care of a pediatric oncologist and the help of an adult oncologist as well. And since it's rare, we're hoping that the team is doing their best for us.
She's 17 years old. When was she diagnosed?
Actually, a year ago, September 12th.
Your daughter, just like all these other children who have cancer, were just living their life one day, living their life as normal, everything normal, and something happened that your world was just turned upside down. How was she diagnosed? How did all this come to happen?
Actually, she was not really having any symptoms other than blacking out a little bit when she stood up. She'd get a little dizzy, and she went out of town for boarding school, and her boarding mom told me that she'd like her to visit a doctor before she comes back, and that's the only reason I took her to the pediatrician, who took one look at her and said she's jaundiced and she needs to do some blood work. And 2 days later, we were in the emergency room with the diagnosis.
Do you remember how Ocean of Love came into your life? Do you remember what the process was? Did they contact you? Did you contact them? Did somebody refer you to them?
I think it was within the first week of our hospital stay. The hospital counselor, Karen, came over to me and said, you know, you're in Ocean Township and there is an organization in your area that can be helpful to you. She gave me the number and I contacted her, and I never had to contact anyone after that because they always contacted me.
Did you have any reservations at first of calling them? A lot of times you hear families, their pride gets in the way. Oh, we could do this. We don't need help from anybody.
Sure.
Or do you just take it with arms
No,
wide open?
I wasn't sure. But then I started asking around in my neighborhood, and I heard that different families have benefited from Oceans of Love. And they said, oh, once you sign up with Oceans of Love, you'll just be secure, and they'll take care of any needs that you have.
Now, you have a big family.
Yes.
You have a total of 10 children.
Correct.
And Yehudis is
baby.
The baby. What's it like? I mean, your needs, obviously we talk with some families, they've got 2 children, 3 children. What was some of the needs that you really felt like the Ocean of Love can be there for you? What was some of the things that really made the most for you guys?
Well, the first thing that they did was just give me some Wawa cards for gas. And I said, big deal. Who needs it? I didn't realize that, you know, every time I pull into the Wawa, gas station on the way to the hospital and I give them the card, it would be taking up a lot of money out of my account, and I probably wouldn't have anything left for other expenses. So I just thought it was a nice thing. But after a while, it was like, okay, we're going to the hospital. Where's the Wawa card? And I have this little, purse with all my Wawa cards from Oceans of Love. And it was really, really helpful just to know that the car's always filled. We're always on our way, and we always have gas to get there. The second thing was that I'm a music teacher, and I give private music lessons. And for purposes of keeping my house a little bit more germ-free, I made a decision not to have any students coming into my house, and I immediately had to cut down on my work job. And I cut down a significant amount of my pay. They were there for me to help me with some of my bills, my grocery bills. Holiday time, I got a lot of different gift cards, which we used in Target and in Kohl's and in Marshall's. And more than the money that they gave us is just the comfortable feeling that when I walk into Oceans of Love, I just feel enveloped in people that understand me and validate the stresses a cancer family's life.
How has it been for Yehudis? Obviously, she's not here to tell about her experience. How has it been with her, with Ocean of Love as well?
Oh, well, we came back. We came by a couple of times. Every time we did, Danielle and Tracy and Linda were there to sit with her and to talk with her and to just give her encouragement and to invite her back and to tell her to come to some support groups. I always get check emails, just checking in. How you doing? How's everything going? If there's anything we can do, please let us know. So Yehudis feels the same way.
I'm talking in the studio right now with Dina Storch. She's here to share her story about her daughter Yehudis. Yehudis, who's 17 years old, has colon cancer and is an Ocean of Love family. What do you think if Ocean of Love did not exist, they weren't here for you, what would your life be like, you think?
Very lonely. Very lonely. I always feel that on a day that I'm just a little bit down, I can just reach out and say, I need to come and talk. and just
So
air out
besides
some
just the
questions.
financial, just the emotional lift as well.
Yeah, decision making, questions about different types of treatment. I was always given the time and the care and the ear and the concern.
Why is it so important, Dina, that we raise this money for Ocean of Love?
Because there's a need out there for people that are struggling with illness, and the stresses of the illness take you over. They really take your brain, and it gets very complicated for you to be able to think of what it is that you need to do just to put the food at the table or to pay your bills. And just knowing that somebody is there to walk you through it is a very big support. And we all owe it to each other.
So that's why we're hoping if somebody's listening to this interview right now and they're hearing your story, they're either going to go to our website, 1057thehawk.com, or go to oceanoflove.org, or stop by the Billboard in the Target Low Shopping Center on Hooper Avenue and make that donation. So what message can you give to the people listening?
Well, the message I have is really that one day you could be just a walking, talking, fun-loving 17-year-old who was, at Six Flags a week before and just on the roller coasters and laughing with her friends, and the next week hooked up to IVs. And with the help of others that reach out towards us, the only thing I can say is that hopefully one day my daughter will recover and we'll be there to help Oceans of Love to give to others.